Pilbara, in fact, is a richer area for rock art, but it's not the painted rock art or what are known as pictographs, it's the engraved rock art or petroglyphs. And the Pilbara has more of those than most other places in Australia, and a wide range.
Yes, guess where it's going.
The rock is very hard. It doesn't weather so in the same way as sandstone or granite might exfoliate or just crumble. So once it's marked, it remains marked. So it's a very stable, hard rock that doesn't weather. So we have, fortuitously, a record that goes back over a long period of time.
You know, if we had little flyers, everyone on the road, we could have sort of given them.
There they go. There go the pelicans.
There's an R out of way. Oh, no, he's another.
Damn.
God, class!
Gee.
Enthusiasm!
The Burrup through time was clearly a focus for human activity, probably because the rocky formations trap water. So when it rains, the water percolates through the rocks and comes out within these rock holes and springs through the landscape over a large period of time. In fact, creeks can still flow a year after the cyclonic rains. That's not the case out on the flats. So I think the geological nature of the area meant that it was a reliable water source. Because it was a reliable water source, it also meant that other resources, food resources in particular, plants and animals, were viable in the area. So I think that's why people went there even before it became islands. Now it's phenomenally rich in marine resources, shellfish as well as fish.
When I first came here, it was what was called a company town, which meant basically that Hammersley Island, they built everything here, the school, shopping centre, all of the facilities were owned by the company, even the street lighting, the whole lot, which is a massive investment really when you think about it. There's the primary school on the right hand side. And it was only sort of in the late 80s that some of the towns in the area went under what's called a process of normalisation. Here's the bowling green on your left where you were last night, squash courts. And the Shire was given responsibility then for street lighting, rubbish removal, all those normal sort of things.
As far as the eye can see, the natural beauty of the land. And that's how I see the land. Yeah, I reckon that's what it looks. Because where is cute is
to get bush food, to cook in our cultural way, in the ground also.
Our cultural dancing.
With our elders. Thank you.
Well, just feel free to look. I don't know. I just want to get up there, my leg is.
We believe that your culture is so very important, that it's actually so old that it is our culture too, in a way, because it's almost from the beginning of all time, not just your time, but our time. And we certainly really respect Indigenous culture, and we're here to try and help not only the Nalamarinja Bandi, the Gumala people, all people who have problem in protecting their culture.
Sometimes this life makes you feel so tired, with its clamoring crowds and endless roads, can make you long for something different, something closer to home, going home. Going home for the very last time, going back to the beginning of time, and I feel I'm going makes you feel sorry for the ones who are left behind to face the music, and the ones who still have strength to struggle and strive, or who foolishly give their lives away, going home. Going home for the very last time. Going back to the beginning
Nothing. You know,
Nothing.
you know, all gone now. It's only on the one on the marking on about rock art.
But that one I'm talking about is the big high one. I reckon it was there since Dampier being built. Yep. Oh, might be long before. It was been done away in the 1960s. Before that and all people we're looking for we're looking for some of our carvings.
Yeah.
Yep. Which we seen on photographs, but never actually found the site.
Yeah.
They either been destroyed or
removed.
Demolished with that the whole. And we want to have the right to go and search for these places. Yep. We have a right as
but
can we
for
our spiritual
can we get that right to be able to go back and look at our rights?
Yep.
Like go back and there might be like museums going to look at our old photographs. When they're on the right, that's our right. But and Whitebird has taken it away. And but it doesn't take our identity away. We still know who we are. Yep. But we need to go more further, looking into them things and passing it on to our children.
Yeah. Now, ngai wangai nyenda wala. You ngai wirat bani waji sometime. Nungu tununga. And the soul is searching all the time where there's connections from the land. Now, ngai wirat bani but mining wants your country too, you know. And ngai wari because mining company wanted development, and where is all the intellectual copyright property belonging to the traditional people, landowners of that country? You know? I worry about it like that wirat ngai all the time. And I ask questions like human rights questions, social justice questions. Justify this government, justify this mining company, you know? You gotta justify programs that you do with Aboriginal people, justify it ethically, morally, spiritually, traditionally, tribally.
The storyline is in where the rock art is.
Yeah. Well, that's right. That gives the people who belongs within that area their storyline and life from there, you know. So I think what usually happens in the Aboriginal way, if you do something, touch something or take something that you're not supposed to, only thing that can happen from there is nothing but bad luck. So
they're not listening, are they?
They're not listening, you know. Yeah, it's there for a purpose. It was there, and it's been there for a purpose, and been there for thousands and thousands of years. No one has no right in the whole world to go and touch them, you know. They belong there.
in the olden days was about intellectual marriage arrangements through trade system with food, flora, fauna, sharing of the country, having mother birthing techniques in Burrup and on Injibandi country. Wherever you go, you always find a mother birthing place. Mura belongs to mothers.
What about the Yuratalo man? You seen that
picture?
Yuratalo, I see it somewhere. I see it. I know the do. I know the do.
He's a petroglyph.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I see. I'm sure I see him too.
Sun.
I know the Yuratalo.
Sun spiritual.
But he was a man. He was a tough man to negotiate, I reckon.
He was.
And he put his mark there, the Yuratalo man.
That's right.
He's
He put his. Yeah.
Like the rain man, when we cried for rain, when we wanted the rain man to be a hard man.
They pani waurangale, wadarangale. Don't want to know because they're very secretive women.
Yep.
And they are the pelican totem woman.
But the Aboriginal name for Robin is called Iramagoro. It's called Iramagoro, Big Mangoro, singing a song about big floods. That's
About
what
big
the
floods.
Yep. Singing songs for big floods to come. So we're doing strategic planning with lots of different meetings for community development. Come next year, we got lots of programs. That's we're just gonna get ready to jump in the car now because bye bye Tootsie.